love Athens, Texas. I love all y'all. Good evening. It is Thursday night. Bill Taylor here, Ken's 5 Digital Center. Athens is a sweet little town. You know, so I've gone off into East Texas to visit my wife's grandmother up in Lindale. That's going to be up at Hideaway. And now there's a bypass. So you drive around Athens, but I always decide, let's go through Athens. What a great little spot. Good to see Athens, Texas is in the room. Thanks, Julie. How's everybody doing? It is Thursday night. It's way too warm. Once again, way too warm for this time of year. Here's the highs today. Look at that, 81 here in the city, 84s down I-35. That's going to be Pearsall, Cotulla, 85. Even one better for George West and for Beeville. Gonzales hits 83, Floresville 82 with Seguin and New Braunfels. Wow, 77 in Kerrville on December 8th. I mean, that is just amazing. Now, let me show you for the record from San Antonio International. Oh, we got a couple of planes, it looks like, coming in. One on the runway. It's a busy night at our airport. Temperature we hit was 81. We should stop at 66. We're only 3 away from a very old record. Look at that. The record high of 84 was in 1894. That was right after we started keeping data and records. So 71's low. Look at that, 5 degrees above the average high. So you know this is crazy when you talk about that. And no change anytime soon on this. What do you call Kris Kringle when he goes on his wife's health insurance? A dependent clause. Nice, nice. Dependent clause. I like it. So yeah, well above average to say the least, and it's not going to change yet. So we've got some fronts in the state. Buenos noches, cha-cha. Chris liked that one. It is a good one. Dependent clause. And these aren't going to be big event fronts. How about that, if you're following me? In other words, we're just not going to see a whole lot of weather along these fronts. We will have a rain chance, and that's going to come in on Saturday night. So let's take a look at future radar, where that rain's supposed to be. All right, so Saturday morning, rain-free. Tomorrow, rain-free. Just some low clouds, maybe some fog to begin Friday. Once again, fog. And then by the afternoon, mostly cloudy with some peaks of sun. A warm afternoon tomorrow. And then Saturday, a lot of the same all day. But then watch what happens. By 8 p.m., the rain starts to develop east of San Antonio, up the I-35 corridor, pushes west into the city as we get into late night and overnight hours, and then starts to really thin out as we get into Sunday afternoon. So I think I'll back this up to about, it's not going to let me do it. But I can. Well, let's just leave it. I think let's just back up and see where last of the rain by noon hour Saturday. According to this, again, this is not the high-res model just yet. Those will be a little bit better tomorrow. So this global model just kind of showing us 12, maybe 12:30 on the last of that rain for Saturday. So I show you that even with that front coming through, watch, humidity isn't affected. We're going to see a little dip, maybe to the low 60s. So we've been in the mid to upper 60s on dew points. Maybe we dip to the lower 60s Sunday, but crank right back up to the mid 60s through Tuesday. Then we fall off the cliff of these high dew points and get into the 40s and some very pleasant air behind Wednesday's front. So now Tuesday into Wednesday, a more sizable front's coming through. Doesn't mean a better chance of rain necessarily. There's a chance, but there's definitely a change in the weather pattern. We get rid of the ridge down to our south. So the ridge was high pressure aloft. Warm air on top of us, temperature inversion capping off the atmosphere. Underneath it, we have all of that good Gulf moisture pouring in. But with that high dominating, no chance of really seeing any big rain. We just get those little sprinkles with the morning fog and that kind of moisture and that damp weather pattern. But this is a huge area of low pressure, that darkest blue right over the center of the United States, cranking up once it's east of the Rockies. This could be a bit of a severe weather outbreak, actually, as we get into Tuesday night, Wednesday of next week. It will be something to watch for sure. But that'll all be north of us, closer to the low. What this front or the system will do is bring the front through on Tuesday and into Wednesday, And watch, that's what finally changes this weather pattern. We get a big west to northwest flow instead of the southwest flow we've had, and we see a change in our weather pattern. That's the key. We will no longer be hitting the mid to upper 70s for highs and even 80s. We will instead be a little closer to seasonal average. So again, it's not a big chance of rain. In fact, the weekend front has a better chance of rain as of now. I do think we're going to see some good changes by next week. This time next week, we will cool off. Hello, Vanessa. How does Friday look next week? It looks chilly. I'm assuming, Jacob, you mean the 16th, right, my friend? Right now, the long-range models have a front coming in for the weekend of the 16th, 17th, and it's going to cool off significantly. So we're going into it cool with that Tuesday, Wednesday front. You can see the numbers, just below seasonal average by this time next week. However, we will get a little bit colder, according to the long range, which, again, that's throwing darts. So we can always see big changes on the long range models. Hey, next Friday. Oh, that's for your birthday. 37. That's awesome, my man, Jacob. We'll have to go bike riding sometime. That'd be nice. School is not closed, to my knowledge, Nicole. Schools are open. I'll take a look. There is, Chris. Although it backed off a little bit, good evening to you. It does look like temperatures will definitely be cooler than what we're seeing. But yesterday, the long range on the week of Christmas, like leading into it, not, because Sunday's the first day of the week. So Christmas on a Sunday, not that week ensuing. Instead, the week leading into Christmas, 20, 21, around that time, there was some models indicating a real good Arctic blast. But now they backed off a little bit today already. So, it goes back and forth on long range. So, on the 7-day, you get the rain chances. I really like going up to a 40% overnight Saturday into Sunday because of what I'm seeing on that model. We'll fine-tune that as we get into tomorrow's high-res solutions and get a better idea, because the high-res models just perform better. Aaron, you told me yesterday night, no front in sight. Now there's two, right? I mean, not a significant one, as you can see. I mean, the second one is a good one next week. But I'm off coffee. So, Chris, I don't know if you were here. Yeah, I'm on the water. Ola Hanak. Is Ole here? Hi, Paula. And, off. As I say that, maybe I need some coffee. Excuse me. Birthday bike ride Friday for Mission Concepcion to see Christmas lights. Oh, wow. I don't ride at night, though, Jacob. Wow. So, yeah. Anyway, I haven't yawned like that without coffee in a while. Because you remember, if you were with me back when I was drinking coffee, I would inevitably yawn once I had the coffee. It was just like the weirdest irony there is, right? Okay, so temperatures won't be changing much till about this time next week. That's when we start getting a nice cool down with that second front. And again, watching the models for the front on the week of Christmas, the week before Christmas, technically. Hi, Tina. What's happening? Oh no, for good. I was getting a few little palpitations with my heart, something I had checked out a while back, and everything was fine, thank goodness. Well, thank God, rather. And when I was getting that little flutter again, and it wasn't that I drink a lot of coffee, but my wife suggested, well, maybe it's the caffeine. I said, all right. I mean, like I said, I wasn't like married to coffee. I gotta have coffee. I mean, I like it, but it was usually like 2 cups in the morning, 1 in the evening, and that was it. But it was every day. It looks like I need it, right? It was every day. Homemade pumpkin pie. Oh my goodness. But it's been about 4 weeks now, and not bad. I mean, the transition really didn't affect me. I didn't have like the headaches that you hear about. And I don't miss it a whole lot, I'll be honest with you. I mean, my mornings were okay, drinking a bunch of water. How did Mary and Joseph know Jesus' weight when he was born? They had away in the manger. Excellent. Excellent. I did the same. Now only drink coffee in the morning, Ole. Nice. Very, very nice. All right, guys. That's going to wrap things up on this awesome, whoop, wrong one, on this awesome Thursday night. It's Baby Friday. It's Friday Eve. And here comes Friday. I think, yeah, decent little sunshine in the afternoon after the morning clouds. I'm glad you're doing. Oh, thank you, Chris. Yeah, no, it wasn't anything like I would just like feel this little flutter. No pain, nothing more than that. But anytime your heart, does that, it gets your attention quick, doesn't it? So I said, well, maybe I should eliminate the coffee. And sure enough, it hasn't happened since I stopped drinking coffee. Oh, thank you, Nicole. How kind. That's really nice. So, again, good cold front next week gets us back to some more December-like weather, and that'll make the Christmas shopping a little bit easier, won't it? All right, love y'all. Let's go, Spurs, go. What do we got, Teresa? Spurs game? It's the I-10 shootout tonight. What's that?
It was like 100 to like 80 something.
Oh, nice. We're beating them pretty good. We're beating up on Houston. That's good.
Yes.
All right. Well, have a wonderful night. God bless you. We'll see you at 10.